Alrighty, so a little bit of a different video today, and this came up in a coaching call a few days ago, and I thought, you know what, the diagram helped so many people that I thought I'd share it with you, and it's really about, in essence, what it is you're selling. And if you're looking to get more clients, or if you're just starting as a coach, you're like, how do I get clients? How do I actually sell and persuade and influence clients or potential clients or the people that I'm reaching out to actually buy something from me? I think this will be extremely helpful, extremely beneficial, and I'll be drawing a few things out, and I invite you to either draw this out yourself or take some notes, because this could really help. Now, I've covered this many times, and I think by now this is fairly well understood that what you're actually selling is a transformation. I think intellectually that's easy to understand. That's what you're actually selling, is a transformation. And the clearer you can describe that, or you can showcase that, or you can communicate the transformation that your potential clients can potentially have, the easier it is for them to, feel emotionally tied, feel excited about it, and actually want what you have. So please remember that, 4 sessions, 1 hour, they get 3, notebooks or workbooks, they get 8 challenges. Anything else you can come up with is not important. That's work. It's sort of like if you're going into university, or if you're going to buy a course, you're not buying the course for the material. It doesn't matter if it's 60 hours or 2 hours, you actually don't care. In fact, the less work there is for the transformation, the more you're going to feel excited about it. If I was selling you a course, or if I was, selling something, I was like, it's a book. It's 6,000 pages, it's this massive, there's 4 volumes, and there's all this stuff inside, and it's written in size 12 font, and I started explaining what's in this book and the details of the book, it probably wouldn't interest you. But if I gave you the title of the book, the transformation, a few bullet points of what you're actually going to find inside, you would get excited for it. And this is the exercise I have clients do. You've got a sad client. You've got a happy client. What you obviously sell, let me change the color here. What you obviously sell is this transformation. So they go from feeling where they are to where they want to be. I think that's pretty straightforward, fairly basic. You're selling the transformation. That gap between where they are to where they want to be, this beautiful gap in the middle, is what you're selling. Nothing else. Everything else you do, all of the details, are just tools. They're tools or strategies or things you use, but they're not the actual thing you sell. Those are like the details and some of the information they may want to know, but it's not what you sell. Then what I do is I have clients write down 5, 6, 7, 8 things that they're feeling before the transformation. How do they feel? I'm talking feel. How do they feel before the transformation occurs, before they work with you? What's their current reality? What are the pains they're feeling? What's keeping them up at night? What's all that juicy stuff? I'm not talking what's their age, what's their name, all that client avatar BS. I'm talking diving in deep. What are they actually going through? What are they experiencing the world as? What do they see things? When someone looks at them, what do they feel? Depending what niche you're in, of course. If they're about to get intimate with the partners, what do they feel? How do they feel? What do they think? Depending what niche you're in, of course. When they sit down to write something, how do they feel? I know my clients well. They have this gift, they've got knowledge, they've got experience, they know they can package it up, they know they can change clients' lives, but they don't know how to get those clients. And I know, because I used to go through that, what it feels like to sit down, not sure what you're doing, not sure if this is going to work, not sure of your next step, all that fun stuff. So write all those out. And then, after the transformation occurs, I think I got room to write here, how are they going to feel? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things on how they're actually going to feel, keyword feel, after the transformation, after they work with you, after your program. Get very clear on that. And then you've got this really fun link here, because it's easy enough, and it's sort of out there if I'm just like, well, you're feeling like this, and after you work with me, you're gonna feel like this. That's fair, that's easy, but there's still a gap in their minds. They're like, okay, I get that. I'd be excited to feel like this guy right here or this girl right here. I'd be excited to feel like that person. But now we answer the question of, How was that actually done? How are you bridging that gap? By the way, this is a lot of the same process that you're using when you're on a sales call. You're trying to figure out how they feel and what they want, and then you offer your prescription. You take them by the hand and you show them, this is how my program, how working with me, how my system, how my process can help you bridge that gap. And in here are very clear, to the point, a little bit more logical. Everything here, this feeling is a little bit more emotional, but these linking phrases, these linking ideas, these linking, main concepts, key concepts that get someone from feeling sad to feeling happy to feeling bad to feeling amazing to feeling where they are right now in pain to seeing progress and feeling out of that pain on Paradise Island in that promised land that you're offering them. But to make it make sense, we have to start linking logically. And then when you go to explain this, or even on a sales page, you're going to be constantly flipping back and forth between here's how you feel, here's how you could feel, and here's a bridge. Here's how we get you there. And depending on the complexity of your program, you may have more or less. But at the end of the day, these clear, to the point, logical explanations, phrases that you can put into bullet points is really what you're after. And then you can get really clear on selling the bridge, which is really your program. So again, you can't just sell the emotion, because if there's no logic, they're going to be confused and they're not going to really see how it's going to be done. But you can't just sell the logic. A lot of coaches are doing that. You can't just be super logical and be like, this is exactly how it works, because there's no emotion involved. But if you can take both and bring them together, you can make magic happen. And I say magic, not trying to sound fluffy, but you can make things happen. And so I invite you to go over your sales page if you have one. If you have your sales system figured out, have a look at this. In your webinar, it's the same idea. In your conversation, it's the same idea. When you're explaining on video how your program actually works, it's the same exact idea. When you go even to give away a freebie, this is still a very simple concept. And I invite you to actually draw this out and be like, where are they before, where are they after, and how can I bridge that gap? What are the 2 or 3 things? If you go to lucasrubix.com/training, I'll put the link around here somewhere. It's the same key idea. There's a 42-minute presentation. We're finding 3 big problems I'm solving: how that feels before, how it feels after, and the bridge. And if you go to any of our free or any of our paid or any coach who's doing well, it's the exact same concept. It's so simple, but it's oftentimes forgotten. So truly hope this helps. A lot of the upcoming videos are going to be a little bit more demonstrational like this, using the iPad and drawing a few things out for you. So if you ever want to, if you have questions or you want to learn something or you're stuck on something, make sure you let us know in the comments, and we'll be designing some free trainings like this for you. Take it or leave it. I hope you take it. And for more training, check out lucasrubix.com/training. I'll have the link around here somewhere. Truly hope this helps, and I'll talk with you soon.
When did wanting more become such a bad thing? I've always lived my life with this simple philosophy that when everyone is going left, you go right. When everyone is doing things one way, you go the other. You do not conform. You do not blend in. You do not blindly follow the masses. For as long as you stay a sheep, you will never get what you want. Now, all I'm asking you is that you go after that thing you want with a relentless drive, no matter what anyone thinks of you, no matter what the world says of you, no matter how you feel or how tired you may be, you go after it like your life depends on it. The only question I have for you is, are you willing to do whatever it takes?